So this can be another DVD review. This one is bonus features for Wanted, a movie, comic book movie from 2008 that was recommended to me by an old online friend named Christina Enriquez. Uh, she recommended this one, Pulp Fiction, and The Dark Knight. All three of them came with bonus material on disc two. Not coincidentally. Um, I guess you could say they're popular movies. Two of them are comic book movies. One is just overrated Quentin Tarantino flick, but was his best stuff, despite what everybody else said. Um, so I was a bit disappointed about all the hype about that came about for these three movies. Um, um, which is not to say that Wanted is not a bad movie. It's got lots of action and gore and stuff. Um, although on this disc they hype it up a bit too much, but it's even more intense than the comic book. They got a cool looking section. It's like I don't know. It's like a motion comic book section. Um, when I saw that, I thought the comic book was actually more intense. And but yeah, they're trying to hype up the movie in this one. They've got a lot of action clips, and they show it repeatedly over and over again. Um, Fortunately, it's only an hour 23 minutes total. At least that's what the DVD sleeve says. An hour 23 minutes. Which is a good thing. I mean, at least they made it short. So about half of it is just hyping up the movie, showing clips, which I didn't mind so much because I hadn't seen the movie in like 4 years. Like I said, I've been adding the bonus discs after I watch the movie, and then I wait for the bonus discs to slowly climb up the queue. And we're talking 500 entries. Right now I have 503, I think. So it took about 4 years to get through 500 discs. Kind of gives you an idea of the pace that I've been going through. Some of these discs are longer than others, obviously. Dark Shadows Avengers can be 3.5 hours for each disc. This one's only 1 hour 23 minutes. So it ranges. Got through this rather quickly because I couldn't sleep tonight. Got too much shit going on. My 401k former employer oh god, I got all kinds of problems with the rollover. I can't get the former employer to roll it over. Plan administrator. Yeah. The retirement company thinks it's marital interest bullshit. It's not. And I don't know how to convince them otherwise. So it's a big mess, just like my life during the last few years. I've got divorce appeal going on. And then, so I've got to come up with a trial brief. And there's a 40-day time limit. What else? I got to go in for my blood test tomorrow morning, first thing right before work. My good cholesterol and my liver were kind of borderline. So I started eating salad more and taking these fish oil pills 3 times the normal dose. So we'll see tomorrow. I'm going to fast for 12 hours. See how the blood test comes out, if it's any better. Then I got to work for 8 hours, of course. Then I got to pick up my son. So it should be interesting tomorrow. Today's kind of laid back, kind of watch Netflix stuff. I guess I'll wait for Dark Knight bonus features and then Burden of Dreams, David Carradine Western. Forgot to mention Burden of Dreams last time. But getting back to the DVD, there's that cool motion comic book section. I hated the friggin' video game part. The movie clips are the usual marketing bullshit to promote the movie. Not so much interesting tidbits that you didn't already know. Although, like I said, all those repetitive shots of the movie kind of reminded me a little bit of what it was about. I still can't remember what happened in that friggin' movie. I watched it 4 years ago. At least in the Rebecca bonus disc, they had the the radio broadcasts, which were essentially based on the book and or the movie. So you kind of got the gist of the plot more with that DVD. This DVD, you just get a bunch of action scenes and explosions and blood splatters, shit like that. Doesn't really help you remember the plot at all. Unless you just saw the movie, of course. It would make more sense if you bought the 2 discs together and watched them both at the same time. But with Netflix, you have the cool thing about it is you can order one 4 years before the other one, like I did. So I give this disc 2 out of 5 stars. One thing I liked about it was the comic books motion section. I like how they did that. It's a good movie. I give the movie 4 to 5 stars. But like I said in my previous video, the newer movies, the bonus features kind of suck that way. Just marketing pieces. The actors are promoting the movie, coming up with all this bullshit. In actuality, they're just getting paid to read a bunch of lines. It's like that. They're just pretending to hype the movie just so that they can make some money. Uh, it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy, really. Um, so I wasn't expecting big things from this disc. I knew reading some of the reviews on Netflix that it wasn't going to be a good disc to watch. Unlike Rebecca, when I read some bad reviews, I kind of took it with a grain of salt because I knew it was a Criterion collection, and I always watch or listen before I review stuff. Anyways, sometimes those Netflix reviews are off. It's interesting what they have to say, so I can sort of contrast my opinion with theirs sometimes. What else? Gosh, I got so much shit going on. Can't wait for my next disc, the Dark Knight bonus features. It's highly probable that I'll give that one 1 out of 5 stars, based on the reviews that I've read and the movie itself, and my opinion of bonus features for newer movies in general. But we'll see. I'll watch it. Try to be objective. I'm not always that way, but I'll try to be. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for that one. Maybe I'll get it tomorrow. Can watch it over the weekend or something. Or no, I'll probably watch it at the laundromat on Friday. Yeah. I'm just kind of not used to having all this shit going on at the same time while working full time. But it is what it is. I'm sure it'll pass and then I'll back to normal. Once I get everything out of the way, I'm going to call this Empower Retirement tomorrow. As they forgot to call me, of course. Account restriction notice. Oh, very nice of them. Oh boy. They told me that I could roll it over, no problem. It's one of the benefits of being terminated, right? Wrong. Yeah, like to draw uses mailer as your canvas. Share your work with hashtag DVD Netflix for a chance to win some swag. Yeah, I use the fold over piece to write stuff down, like phone numbers and stuff, addresses. This piece here. What else can I say about this DVD? It kind of sucks. I mean, it's not horrible, but it does have that cool motion comic book section. It does talk about the comic book even. What pissed me off, though, is that the comic book writer basically says Bill Clinton was a good guy. You know, he's a cool guy playing the saxophone kind of thing, like my parents used to say. But Jorge W. Bush, he's the bad guy. So they got to make a comic book about bad guys being the hero. That was kind of lame. I mean, it's that whole left versus right, false dilemma kind of thing. common fallacy and reasoning that people get. People think politics is a football game, and their team is the right team, when both of them pretty much are a waste of time. Just stomp on your rights and stuff. Yeah, people are ignorant. Comic book writers and commercial rap producers, those kind of people, country music singers, they all fall into that trap. So that part kind of pissed me off. I don't like it when people inject their personal politics into DVDs and stuff, just because they're on a power trip that they think they can talk about taboo subjects such as politics on a DVD. I'm really not fucking interested in their politics, to be quite honest. Matter of fact, it's quite annoying. I never liked Bill Clinton. He was one of the better presidents, though, I have to admit. At least he closed down the Presidio base, that satanic breeding ground for child molesters and stuff. That was probably the best thing he did. I suppose the best thing Obama did was to normalize relations with Cuba. And yeah, I guess in that sense, Jorge W. Bush didn't really do anything good. So he's got a point there, but not much of a point. Because to say, because in my opinion, Bill Clinton is probably 1% did something right. Same with Obama. And then Bush is probably 0%. So there's not much difference there. Yeah, so that's the end of my politics. My opinion about bullshit politics and bullshit marketing on this disc. Seems kind of absurd. You get this code to assassinate people from this loom thing, whatever this, I don't know, textile era kind of 19th century machine. That part seemed ridiculous. And then Angelina Jolie's supposed ends always justify the means type denial of morality. Like I said, it's hard to figure out who the good guys are in this because there are none. The cubicle scene is kind of comedic, kind of reminds me of my career or lack thereof, working in cubicles and stuff. After college, those are the only kind of jobs that I could find. I guess I didn't have a designation or some kind of coding that I could use, like software engineering or just engineering in general. That was my problem. Couldn't figure out what I wanted what I really wanted or how I could get it. Um, so I don't know. This disc is pretty lame. I don't recommend it. Um, movie is pretty good though. So I can say it was a good movie, but I can't say highly recommended. Like I said, it's a comic book movie. It's very rare that I'd rate a comic book movie 5 out of 5 stars in the first place. I'm probably prejudiced that way, but after seeing Iron Man, I was really disappointed. It was another movie that was recommended to me, which I disliked immensely. Um, yeah, so I guess if you're into comic book movies, you might want to check out this disc, but it's not for me. It's probably not for viewers of my channel, I might add. So if you're watching this, you'll probably put a hateful comment on there, piss on my channel, but whatever. I'll just remove it. So it doesn't matter. Have fun. Laters.